Hello everybody, welcome back to another Expeditions Guide. Today we're taking a look at Underground Mysteries. This is an expedition in the Sedona region. For this expedition we're going to be using the 072, and you do need to have 2 light beacons in order to start this expedition. So in my inventory I've got the 2 light beacons as well as a set of anchors for emergency purposes. So let's go ahead and begin. So the first thing we're going to do is, from the outpost here, we're going to make our way over to the cave. Once we get into the cave, that is where all of our work is going to be done. So once we get to the cave, I will show you what we're going to be doing when we get to the cave. So that being said, let's head on over to the cave. So first thing we're going to do is leave the outpost over to the salt flat here. And we are just going to cruise right across the salt flat here. Nice and quick, just kind of go around the mud puddles. And right up here, we're going to make our way up into the hills. We're going to climb up here. Oh. Oops. Put it in neutral by mistake, trying to turn the headlights on. That's alright though. So now we're going to follow this path over here, down towards these trees. We're going to follow this right down into the water here. And then we're going to follow this water for just a little bit. We climb out over here and make our way down to this second pool of water. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into the water for just a moment. Cross on through. And from here we're going to head around these rocks on the right side here. And go ahead and climb up these rocks here. We're going to go around this broken tree here. Continue to head up this way. And then we're going to head to the left here and make our way over to the cave. Go through this rocky pass here. And right when we get to the end of it here, we're going to head down to the left. As we head over here, there's going to be a nice path down that we'll be able to use. So from here we're going to head on down. And then we're going to head right up these rocks here. Use the winch, kind of get us up onto the rock plateau here. And then we're going to go right through these rocks. And right on into the cave. Alright, now that we are in the cave, we have a lot to get done. So, from this cave entrance, we're going to follow this path through here. And over here in this little cavern, we've got a couple of objectives here. And then we're going to head over this way. We're going to head to the left first and get these 2 waypoints, and then head back over here and finish up our expedition. So that is what we're going to be doing. So follow along and I'll show you how to navigate this cave. So right off rip, we're going to go right around this rock pillar and down this ramp here. And once we get down to the bottom, we're going to take this tunnel immediately to our left. Now this is a narrow tunnel, so you want to make sure you are using a smaller vehicle like the Zero to navigate through here. If you have any bigger vehicles that you're trying to do this with, you can take that path to the right. This is just kind of a shortcut if you're using a smaller vehicle. So go right through here. And sometimes the vehicle clipping gets a little weird in these caves, but that's alright. Anyway, from here we're going to head right on up and into this cavern to our left. And there are some cracks in the ground here, so just be mindful of that. You don't want to wind up getting a tire stuck in these. So we're going to cross over to the left side here. Right here, we're going to cross back over. We're kind of doing a little bit of a back and forth to try to avoid the big cracks in the ground. So we continue to just navigate this cavern here. We're going to head up to the right here, go over this rock. And then we're going to head to this left cavern here. We're going to climb up these rock stairs. We're going to stay to the left side here as we climb up these rocks. And this is going to get us into our first cavern, but first we have to go down this ramp here, which is super narrow. Right down. Alright, so this is why we bring anchors. This ramp is really, really sketchy. I've done it a few times. It's really hard to get off of that ramp without flipping down, but always bring anchors. That's why we bring them. So with that taken care of, we're going to head over to our first waypoint, which is right here. The water here has a strange tint, just what I'm looking for, but let's check to make sure it's non-toxic first. So then we're just going to kind of follow the ramps all the way down and head on over to our blue square. And here we're going to do a scan in the water. So what we're looking for is we've got a fossil there and a fossil here. That's what we need. Seems like these fossils are the reason for the color change in the water. Fascinating. I've never seen anything like this before. So with that taken care of, we're going to continue to follow the path through this cavern, as it will take us up and out the other side. Follow this up to the left here. And around. Up here. And we're just going to stay up on the left side here. So we climb up. And while we're up here, we're going to stay on this upper level and just continue along this way. Go right up in between these rock pillars here. And then right here we've got a small climb down. You're going to want to be very careful here because we're going to be rolling over some big rocks here. Just take it nice and easy. Get yourself down to the bottom. And then head through the left tunnel. Alright, this is going to take us past one of the cave exits. We can just ignore that, because everything we need to do is in the cave. And once we get to this fork here, we're going to head to the left. And then over here, you want to stay to the left here. You don't want to get your tires caught in the cracks here. Like that. Oh, I think we're okay. Yeah. I can't see. That's why, like I mentioned, those cracks in the ground. Gotta watch out for those. It's so hard to see those sometimes with the funky camera angles in the cave. As I'm sure you guys are seeing watching the video here. These weird camera angles. But that's why I always bring anchors into the caves, just because there's not a ton of winch points if you run into trouble. So being able to just put your own down at any point is handy. And I have damaged the engine from hitting all these rocks. That's okay. So we're going to head to the right here underneath this rock to get to a waypoint. And I believe these are the light beacons. Right here. Yep. Go ahead and install your light beacon. And then this is kind of the tricky part. You want to get turned around inside this little cavern here. And just a little point of reference of where we're at. We are right here. So we got to go around the other side of the fork to hit the other light beacon. And then we're going to head back here and examine the pond room. That is what we're going to be doing. I know it's kind of disorienting. It's like, where are you in this cave? Because there's multiple levels, branching paths. Everything kind of just goes every which way. There's no like easily identifiable landmarks. Okay. We can grab onto one of the stalagmites there, pull us up over that ledge. And we need to go just right up here to deliver another light beacon. And just like before, we're going to go ahead and get turned around. This very narrow area here, get turned around. And we're going to follow the path back out of here. Just a little bit here. And that's going to take us back to one of the forks that we passed. And then once we get back to the fork, we're going to take the alternate path to make our way over to the last set of markers that we need for this expedition. Yeah, we're going past these big cracks in the ground. You can see my anchor was there. Right up here. And then from here, we're going to head down this tunnel to our left. There's a big crack right in front of you, so you want to go all the way to the right here to get across this. once again, we're going to go down the right side, climb down these rocks, and across the crack. And when we get over here, we want to take this ramp to the right here. As you can see, down below is a dead end. Well, it's not a dead end, but it kind of goes into another little cavern. But we want to go up this way. So from here, we're just going to follow the path around these rock pillars. And we just got to go right over these rocks here. Hit the waypoint. Similar colored water surfaces on the surface. Perhaps the coloring agent gets washed down here too. So then we're going to just get over those rocks and head on down into the water area. And we're just going to head right into the middle of the room here and investigate the pond room. There you have it. That's a really cool room. It's not only the water, the ceiling has a peculiar color as well. There must be some mineral deposits around. So with that scan done, that is going to complete your expedition for Underground Mysteries. And this unlocks the Azov AM-10 1080D for the Albatross. So new engine for the Albatross. So hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.